open it up. So, and also I am going to open it here on the browser. This is going to be a main. Let's call this one. It's localhost/main vote system, like this. All right, so this is the way it is right now. So what we need to do right now is that we need to actually now create this page that we have here, right? We need to actually do what, create it right now. So that means that we need to have a index.html in the root word directory. As you can see, I don't have that one yet. So I'm going to be creating a file called index.php. And this index.php is going to be bringing out all the entire words, voting stuff to the user. So I'm going to come and say PHP session underscore start underscore starts, and I'm going to actually do what, include. I'm going to include the config.php. Yeah, that's database config. I'm going to config that, and I'm going to do what, get the latest post. I'm going to get latest poll. And right now I'm going to do that. I'm going to say this poll is actually equals to con, and I'm going to actually do what, query. I'm going to say select star from polls where status is equals to open. So the polls that are actually open, so where equals to actually will open, and I'm going to say order. I'm going to say order by ID, descending order. I'm going to say limit by 1, like this. And after that, I'm just going to do a fetch. Yeah, I'm going to do an if statement for checking the polls. The poll is not equals to, like this. So I'm going to do a simple die, like that. So I'm just going to do a simple div here, like this. And in this div, I'm going to have a class. It's actually equals to alert, and this alert dash warning text dash to the center and empty dash 5. Then in here I'll say no active poll found, like that. All right, boys. Okay, so since I've done this right now, I'm now going to do a check for options also, right? So I'm going to say options because I have options there. It's actually equals to con.query, and this is select star from options where poll ID is equals to poll, but I'm actually grabbing the ID, poll ID there. All right, so I'm actually going to do what, close it here. So basically this index.html here is to kind of like bring out the what's it called, the voting platform itself, right? So we want to make it actually look like this. So right now, the next thing to do right now is that we need to create our HTML here, right? So what I'm going to do right now is that I'm just going to do HTML5. So you can actually, what you can actually do, or what I'm going to do here is that instead of me writing all of these CSS files, this CSS stuff here, I'm just going to copy the CSS from the original project itself. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy it itself. So I have it here. Where do I have it? This is it here. I have it here. Then what I'll do here is I'm just going to copy. I'm just going to copy all of this stuff here. This style. I'm going to copy this style. So I don't have to waste more time, building it like that. Alright, so I'm just going to paste it like that. Alright, so since I've done this already, right, and another thing I'm going to do again is I'm going to grab the Bootstrap CDN that I have right here. I mean, you can actually go online and actually grab it. I'm just going to grab it and put it here, and I'm going to call this votes poll. All right, so let's continue. So I've actually saved more time, instead of designing and all like that. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to make this a class name. I'm going to say bg-light like that, and I'm going to do a simple div here, and this div here is going to have a class name of container py-5, and right here I'm going to have another div here again, which is going to have a card and a shadow. The same. I'm going to have a class. It's going to have a card. Body. Alright, so inside of this body here, we're going to have an h2, and this h2 is going to have a class name of text to the center, and it's going to have a md4. Then inside of here, I'm going to have my PHP code here, and I'm going to do an echo HTML special characters, and I'm going to be bringing out the polls. And in of these polls, I'm going to bring out the question. So that's the poll question I'm actually bringing up there. Like that. All right. So let me just do a quick refresh here and see what's going on. So you can see here, it says, who will you vote for? So it's becoming like this here. So I'll just plug my internet connection so it can actually look good. So what I'll be doing now is, let me just continue actually. So right now, I'm not going to do a form, right? I'm going to do a form here so that the user can actually do what, what's it called, votes. So this is going to be a post here, and I'm going to have an action, and this action I'm going to name it. It's going to be submit. I'll say underscore votes.php like that. So in here I'm going to have a div, a class name of core-6. But before I actually have this, I'm going to have a row type of 4. I'm just going to say something like justify content center. I'm using Bootstrap by the way, not Tailwind. Justify content center. Alright, so I'm going to have PHP. I'm going to have my PHP code here, and I'm going to have a simple while loop. Right, so I'm going to loop over something here. So I'm going to say row is equals to options say fetch. So in here, I'm going to have to say close it here, and I'm going to have a div again, one more div here. I'm going to call this div, I'm going to say, so this div here is going to be called :6 call dash mid dash 4 call dash lg dash 3. I think that's actually better. And I'm going to have a label, and this label here is going to have a card text to the dash center. It's going to have dash 3. It's going to have a poll option. Alright, so option, and here is going to have an height of dash 100. And inside of here, I'm going to be bringing down the images like that. So in here, I'm going to say source images slash HTML characters, HTML special characters, and in here, I'm going to have the row. This row is going to have the image. So basically, I'm basically looping through, so I can actually bring out the images out. That's basically what I'm doing. So after that, I think I need to close what I have up here. I'm not closing it well, so I have this open stuff opened here like this, and I am I think I have it open there, so I think I still need to go down here a bit. Yeah, I need to give it an alt, by the way, so just in case. So in this alt here, I'm going to have my PHP special characters again, like this, and in here is going to have my row. It's going to have the option underscore text. This option underscore text is actually from database, by the way. So like that. After that, I'm going to have a class name. This class is going to be image-fluid mx-auto d-block, like that. All right, so let me just do this thing well. All right, so if I've done this part now, I'm just going to do an input. So this input here, I'm going to make it a input of type of radio, and the name, I'm going to name it options, so that the users can actually do what, pick what they want. So it's going to have a value, and this value here is going to be equals to the row, and this row is going to have the ID. Like that. And inside of here, it has to be what's required, like that. And I'm going to have an h6, doesn't really matter, p2-2. Then in here, I'm going to have HTML special characters, then here, So in here, I'm going to have options. So options underscore text. Like that. All right, so if I've done that part now, basically the next thing to do right now is just now close the while loop. So I'll say end while loop, like that. So I've actually closed the while loop here. So right now I'll just format this way. So let's see how it actually looks here. So refresh. So you can see we're having all the parties, we're having APC, we're having Labour Party, and we're having what NPC. But I'm having this little undefined array right here. So let me just kind of like fix that part, that error. So what error am I actually getting? I'm getting an error of undefined array option text. Okay. Undefined array option text. Okay, so I'm having a row here, which is let me check it out again. Line 65, where are you? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Let me do a refresh back, and yeah, we have APC, we have Labour Party, we have NNPC here, like this. All right, guys. So now the next thing to do right now is basically the thing to do right now is that I'm now going to need to create a button for this, right? So I need to create that button. So in here, I'm just going to put in inputs. I'm just going to name this type is hidden. I'm going to give it a name of poll ID. It's going to have a value of poll. Yeah, it's going to have an ID here. Alright, so down here I'm going to have a div, and this div here is going to have a class name of text center empty-4. Empty-5 is fine. And in here I'm going to have a button, and this button is going to have a class of btn dash primary btn dash lg. That's just long. So I'll say submit vote, and yeah, it's going to be a type of submit, like this here. So here's going to be a type of what of submit, like this. All right, so beneath here I'm going to actually write a very simple JavaScript. Yeah, JavaScript here. So go ahead to write a script. So this script is to add a active highlight on selection. So that's a document query selector or poll option for each option. I'm going to say option add event list now. Click. Click.